Or say, hey guys, it's Klaus. Guess what? There's another new premium tank in the game. And guess what? It's Russian. And guess what? It's a light tank disguised as a medium tank. It's the LT-432. Here you go. There it is. I got a couple of games to show you in this thing, and we'll do a little review. We'll do a review my way, okay? Let's get into it here. I'm on my second cup of coffee, so I'm feeling pretty good. I've got 2 games to show you, and it is true. I guess good things come in pairs. Is that right? There's another. And speaking of pairs, I've got a pair of these that I'm going to give away. That's right. 2. 2 of you are going to win one. 2. Get it? 2 of you are going to win one each. All you got to do is leave a comment in the comment section. Be a subscriber and leave a comment in the comment section. Something entertaining. So let's review this thing. Is it any good? Look, I just zoomed up here and spotted some people, so it's obviously fast. And you know, guys, I'm not going to go through all the statistics in detail in the garage. There's a lot of great channels out there where you can go watch that. And I'm going to fully disclose right off the bat that I was given this tank by Wargaming. It was credited to my account. I didn't have to buy this. So I want to let you guys know that, because I think that's important to... I just think it's important to disclose that, you know, I watch a lot of, or in the past I've watched a lot of reviews of premium tanks, and a lot of them are really good. There's a lot of good information in there, but a lot of times I come away with the impression that it's more of an ad, right? Because let's face it, they're trying to sell these things. And I don't want to do that. I want to, in a no bullshit way, just tell you what I think of it, show you some gameplay, let you know, disclose that, yes, Wargaming gave me this for free, so that you know what you're watching here, okay? And I'm just going to be playing this thing. I'm not going to go through all the stats. I'm just going to let you watch and decide, because you're grown-ups. You know whether you want to spend your money or not, or whether you like the game, or whether you want a Russian light premium tank. You're probably interested in, is it any good or is it shit, or, you know, tell us something about it. So I'll give you my no bullshit opinion, and I'm not going to cherry pick the games here. This is the first game I played, and I ran to the middle here, and now I'm pinned behind this wall like a muppet, because, you know, I'm surrounded, and it's probably not a very good place to go. And I side-scraped. I thought, what the hell? A scorpion hit me. There's a scorpion there? I side-scraped for that tank, but there was a scorpion. Oh, there he is. And I'm going to shoot this and hit the wall, because what you see as wall on your screen and what's modeled in this game makes no sense sometime. So here I am. I guess I'll side-scrape again here. You can side-scrape in a light tank, unless you angle too much like I did. And now I'm on fire, and I guess this thing takes module damage. Yeah, so there's how my first game is going. Well, let me tell you a little bit about this thing, because I'm not going to be firing my gun very soon here, being ammo racked. It's fast, and it's basically got more armor than most German medium tanks. Okay, it's got a turret with like over 160 mils, 190 mils of armor in a tiny, small turret. It's got a fairly, just ridiculously sloped front plate that control bounce things. It's Russian, right? So it's got more armor than most other nations' medium tanks, but it's still fast. It gets the light tank camo, right? Camo on the move. You still have the really good camo. It has 7 degrees of gun depression, which is better than most. The regular tier 8, what is it? The LTTB has almost no gun depression. It's really actually annoying on some ridge lines. But this thing, they say it has 7, but I really can't tell, because I'm wedged up against this rock here, because I'm almost dead, because I'm playing like a muppet. So that's all you need to know about it, you know. And, oh, no, there's more. The gun. Yeah, the gun. The gun is designed so that you have to shoot premium ammo almost all the time, because the regular pen is utter crap. The regular ammo is APCR, which is a little bit weird, but it only has like 178 pen. And think about that. You're going to be in tier 10 games a lot in this thing. You're going to fight tier 9s and 10s. I'm top tier here. I'm still sucking, but I am top tier. But you will have to play tier 9s and 10s, and 178 pen is garbage. The premium ammunition has 218 pen, but it's AP, which is okay, because AP loses penetration less than APCR at distance. So when you're firing at targets at distance, I guess use the AP. You know, press 2, dab that 2 key. This thing, you will be firing so much premium ammo if you're in a tier 9 and 10 game that you won't make any credits. That's my prediction. Because you won't be able to pen anyone with 178 pen in a tier 10 game. There, I got a kill! I got a kill. But Klaus, you're fast. You're a light tank. You can scoot around, and you know you can flank and shoot the weak spots on the sides of all the tier 9s and 10s that you will face. Well, you know, guys, let's just take a quick look at that. This my first game. I didn't do very well. How did I end up third there? Made a little bit of credits. Oh, I guess because I got some spotting assist because I was wedged up there near the middle of the map. That's how some games go. I don't cherry pick. I'm just showing you, you know, this is a regular game you might expect. And I played a couple more games, and of course, after the first few, I was almost always in a tier 9 or 10 game. And this is where this tank will excel. In an open map where you can use view range circles, you can use your camo. But here I am in a tier 10 game. Now this is getting back to what I was saying. Oh, Klaus, you're fast. You're a light tank. You can flank and move around and surprise those heavy tanks by shooting them in the side. And I've got a comment on that. That in the past, I used to love playing light tanks, and this is a tier 8 light tank. And it used to be they only went up to tier 8, and I had a lot of tier 8 fun in my light tanks because back in the day before the light tanks, before they came up with new ones and changed the matchmaker, you were always bottom tier in your tier light tank. You were always in a tier 10 game. And your job was to spot and provide damage assist for the team. You knew that, and you could do that. And that if you were playing it, you knew that what you had to do. But now you have tier 8 light tanks. The problem is you can get into a tier 10 game, and in that tier 10 game, there can be tier 9 or tier 10 light tanks in the same game as you. And like in this particular game, there's a T-54 lightweight. There's a tier 9 light tank. There could just have easily have been 2 tier 10 light tanks on the enemy team. So, you know, you roll out in your tier 8 light tank, and the opponents are in tier 10 light tanks. So what's the fucking point? You know, to me, the sweet spot for light tanks is no longer in tier 8. You're so many times completely outclassed in your class. I can understand fighting tier 10 and 9 tank destroyers and heavy tanks and whatever, and you know you have to be the light tank that does the spotting, and you have the mobility and the camo, and you have a role on your team. That's fine, but sometimes you will roll out in this thing as a tier 8 light tank, and the enemy team will have a Sheridan. You know, they'll have 2 tier 10 light tanks. Well, you're not going to flank them. You're not going to outspot them, and it's like pulling out in your Tiger 2 tier 8 heavy tank, and your opponent is a mouse, right? Well, you're a heavy tank, but you're bottom tier, you're going to suck. So anyways, that's just the way the role of the light tank has changed. And now I've been kind of scooting around every time I was spotted here to avoid artillery fire, but now I wanted to kill that Centurion Action X. And this is one great thing about this tank is the speed. I do like tanks that have speed because I fought there, and I'm counting those enemies and say, oh, I'm not sitting in the front line here fighting all those guys while all my high tier teammates in the Object 257 and all these heavily armored guys are sitting way back here. So at least you can, if you like a tank that can scoot around and relocate on the map, you know, there is that. But getting back to the light tank thing here, if you like light tank gameplay, and I think it takes 2 things to enjoy it or be good. Number 1, you have to be a good player. And number 2, you have to have a good crew. Those are the 2 things, I think. And you know, it might be kind of, one is doesn't follow the other. Like it might be, you have to have a good crew in order to be a good player. But my point is, if you're just a beginner casual player and you don't have a Russian light tank, or you don't have a, you know, really good Russian light tank crew, and you don't have a lot of experience in light tanks, then you probably won't enjoy a premium light tank. You know, what's the point? It takes a different skill set to play the light tanks. And if you don't have a good crew, you're not going to be playing it with its optimal characteristics, which is you gotta have 100% camouflage crew. All your crew members have to have 100% camouflage. You have to have pretty much brothers in arms, and you have to have sixth sense. If you don't have those things, then you're not going to be very good at your light tank. It's just, you will get spotted by the tier 9s and 10s that have more view range than you. You just will. And if you don't have sixth sense, you won't know you're spotted, and you'll explode when an FV450 whatever, or an object whatever the fuck, shoots you, because you don't have the hit points. And despite the overpowered armor of this thing compared to other tier 8 lights, tier 9s and 10s don't give a shit. They're gonna kill you anyway. But if you do enjoy light tank play, if you do enjoy the mobility, and there is a little bit being the small guy all the time, being the underdog, especially when you're bottom tier, and being able to make maneuvers like this. Like I was up at the front line, I saw I was getting surrounded by enemies, I scooted back, I had the speed, and now I'm going to go help the flank that's winning again. I can get back in the fight quickly. And I've stayed alive past halfway through the game. This is when a light tank starts to become important. If you can't typically stay alive past halfway through the game, don't even grind light tanks. Never mind buy a premium one. Play heavy tank. If you do stay alive past halfway through the game consistently, what did I say? Consistently, then you will be a much better light tank player. And here, I spotted this guy. I hope someone shoots him, because I am going to take a hit here. Someone shoot him. Thank you, thank you. Now look at the mini-map here. We're kind of all in the south. And I'm stunned. I've kind of talked about this before. Once you win your flank like this, the stupidest thing for us to do would be all to just push to their base and get picked off. So I'm going to go back to defend my my cap. And I do really like the tanks with speed, whether they're light or medium, because I can make plays like this. So many games are lost, especially when you're in a slow tank. You say, oh, I can't go back to base now. It takes so long. And then you don't, and you lose. So if you're in a mobile tank, I think you can influence the game more, because I'm going to go back. I think our base area is going to fall, and I can move around on the battlefield depending on what I think I should do. So do I like this tank? Well, I like light tanks, so of course I like it. But let me give you, my no bullshit pros and cons. On the pro side, it's fast. It's really fast. It's very maneuverable and doesn't flip over like that LTTB, because it's really flat and wide. And also, it's really flat and wide, so it's a really small target when you're poking over a ridgeline. It has really good gun depression, 7 degrees. I haven't been able to try it out, but it's got a tiny little turret and good gun depression for a Russian tank. The turret has a ton of armor. So those are all pretty positive things. And the armor is not that big a deal when you're low tier, but what the armor gives you is the chance to be lucky. That German tier 8 light tank, the Bulldog, the German Bulldog, has no armor. You don't have a hope in hell of ever getting lucky. But with this thing, you're poking around, you can bounce probably some tier 9 and 10s that just hit a glancing blow on your turret. Your turret has almost 200 mils of armor on a light tank, because it's Russian. What other pros? Well, you'll see if it makes a lot of credits. That's about it for the typical light tank pros, but this one gets armor better than most medium tanks. And I'm not kidding. Better than on the turret, better than most medium tanks. What are the cons? Well, the gun. The gun here, I'm bouncing, and the alpha is really low, 180 for a tier 8. The DPM's okay, but the alpha is really low. It's pretty accurate, but 178 pen with 180 alpha. Like, come on. That's a recipe for most people to be frustrated and press the 2 key, and that's what I've done in this game. I've pressed 2, and I've spammed gold like a motherfucker. And I think you're going to see these things driving around, spamming gold like motherfuckers, just to be able to be competitive. But the pretty smart thing they did here, the standard ammo is APCR. Right? The premium ammo is AP. So this guy that I'm shooting now sees, oh, I've been hit by AP. Oh, he hit me again with AP. Oh, I wonder if he's going to shoot me again. Yes, he shot me again with AP. He does not know that I'm spamming gold like a motherfucker. So maybe that's one way that you won't know. And look at this game here. There's only 2 left, and I've managed to stay alive. If this is the game style you like, you know, being that annoying guy running around, taking little shots, doing 180, 200, 160 damage a shot, spotting, getting out of the way, running around. If that's what you like, yeah, of course you're going to like this thing. You'll like all light tanks. But if you don't have the map awareness, or if you just don't like to play like this, you like to hold a corner, then it might not be for you. You guys decide. Okay, I'm just giving you the no bullshit. Look at it. It shoots fast. It's got really good armor. I mean, it's a light tank with armor. Like, come on. Look at the thing. And it's Russian. Of course it's Russian. Now, there's only one guy left here. Where is he? He's hiding in the bushes. Of course he's hiding in the bushes. He's a tier 9 German heavy tank. I know he could probably hit me for 4, 5, or even 600, but I've got a lot of HP. So I'll take the hit and get the spotting assist here. Here I go. I spotted you. Okay, go ahead. Oh, he did not bounce. He penned me. I didn't angle very good. Let's just shoot him once up the ass here. Can we shoot him up the ass before they kill him? Okay. Oh, you guys. I got the spotting assist. So my no bullshit answer on this one. If you like light tank gameplay and you have, you're going down the Russian lines, you'll probably like this, okay? Now, as far as full disclosure, Wargaming credited me this. You know, I didn't have to buy it. This is a freebie for me. I just wanted you guys to know that right off the bat. And I'm giving away 2 of them to 2 of you lucky winners. You just have to leave a comment in the comment section and make it an entertaining comment, something that makes us all laugh. And then sign your comment with your World of Tanks in-game player name so I know who you are if you win. And this contest is only available to North American players because it is Wargaming North America that is supplying the tanks, and that's just the way it is. Shout out to you, Wargaming North America, for supplying some more freebies for my subscribers to enjoy. Oh yeah, and you have to be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, well, no take for you. If you refer to something I said in the video to kind of prove that you watched it, it might help your chances of winning. And within a week, I'll announce the winners, guys. World of Russian Tanks has a new premium tank in it. Oh, I mean, World of Tanks has a new Russian premium tank in it. There it is.